Teacher Solomon. Okay, I think Teacher Solomon has gotten a problem with his gadget. He will be joining shortly. Meanwhile, are there people who have not yet joined the classroom, Google Classroom? Are there people who have not yet joined Google Classroom? Those whose hands are up.
Yeah, excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to briefly walk you through how to join Google Classroom as we wait for Teacher Solomon. Teacher Solomon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please. I can now see. I can now unmute. The host had muted me, and so I couldn't talk. I could talk and I can't unmute. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, co-host.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, sorry about that.
I think we can share. Let us first start our lesson because we are behind schedule by 18 minutes. So I was trying to introduce the lesson, then the host unmuted my mic, and that was very, very unfortunate. Now I was trying to talk to Celine. And her friend there, and I asked them to unmute. Celine and friend, can you unmute? Celine and friend, please unmute. Yes, talk to me.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Celine. Now, I asked you that how is the LC5 chairperson chosen in the district?
By electing.
By electing, good girl. Apart from LC5, okay, class, apart from LC5, can we name one other political leader in our district who is elected? Okelo Nathan, unmute. Okelo Nathan, unmute and speak to us. Yes. Okelo, you are on. Hello, Okelo. Okay. Okelo seems to be off. Let us hear from Tabitha. Tabitha, please unmute. Tabitha. Okay. Apart from LC5 chairperson, Tabitha, name any other political leader in our district who is chosen through election.
LC2.
Now put the title of that person. That's just a level. LC2 is a level. Give me the title.
Local council 2.
Tabitha, don't shake, just relax. You have given me the level, that is LC2. Now tell me the name, the title of that officer. LC2 what? LC2 secretary, LC2 what? What exactly?
LC2 chairperson.
Wonderful, Tabitha. That is the title of the officer. Don't just say LC2. LC2 what? It can be LC2 vice chairperson. It can be LC2 secretary for finance. you know, you have to give the level and give the title of the officer. Shanila, have you understood that, Shanila? Okay, so those are examples of the political leaders in our district who are chosen through election. They are chosen through election. Okay, fine. So we are going to share our screen and then we look at other leaders and their responsibilities. If you're joining us for the very first time today, my name is Solomon Otim. I'll be handling you in social studies and then English language. We thank God and the almighty strength and contributions from Edify, an organization that has sponsored us to have these lessons free of charge. So as we share our screen, I want us to emphasize, I want us to look at these leaders that we have here. Okay. Let me make it to be in that so that we can move on. Okay. All right. We said that is the highest level of a leader. Local Council 5 chairperson is the chairman of the district, is the highest political leader in the district. The office is called Local Council 5. The officer is called Local Council 5 chairperson. The level is called Local Council level 5. Primary 4, I want us to take note of this, okay? Before we start to raise up, before we start raising up, I want us to look at this very well. Okay, these ones who are chatting, John Bamteza, please stop that and we pay attention. Okay, John, pay attention, and I will want to get Daddy and tell Daddy that John Bamteza is not paying attention in class. He's there chatting. He's talking about COVID relief. John, that's very bad. Okay, so if you do that chat, that's not good. So I wanted to to explain these words. We have got local council 5, local council level 5. That is the highest level, the highest political level in our district. Samuel, the highest political level in our district is level 5. I'm talking to Kabuye. Samuel, please pay attention. Stop chewing your pen. The highest political leader in our district is Local Council 5 chairperson, all right? And he is the highest political leader who is elected or chosen through election, okay? So in that case, now we are going to look at others, but our emphasis for today are members of the local council committee and their duties. That I would like you to take note. Members of the local council committee and their duties, okay? Just to begin with, I would like to ask one of us here to tell us how many, yes, now these ones are not putting their mics on, okay. Alita Sarah, please unmute and tell us how many members make up the local council. Okay. Alita, we are waiting to hear from you. How many members make up the local council? Alita? Alita Sarah, unmute. Alita is not following faster. Ahebwa Daniel. Ahebwa, please unmute. Okay, Alita I think has unmuted. Alita, yes. Tell us how
There
many
are
members
10.
make up the local council? There are 10. Thank you very much. So those 10 members now make up what we call the local council committee. They are 10 members. So we are going to go through each. Alita, there are 10. You're very right.
How many members making up a local council?
There are 10 members, Alita. Why are you repeating yourself when you have even passed it well? And we are congratulating you. So we are going to look at a few of them and their responsibilities. I beg to start with the chairperson. The chairperson has got the following responsibilities. One, he heads the local council executive committee. Now, the local council executive committee are the 10 members. Wow, Kelo Nathan, thank you. Technopop 1, thank you. The executive committee to K Alex, thank you very much. The 10 members that make up executive committee. So the chairperson heads the executive committee of the local council. Now, in heading that executive committee, he or she chairs all the council and the committee meetings. Okay, so when they ask you, name the executive member of the local council who chairs meetings in the local council committee meetings, that is the chairperson. No wonder he is called the chair, because he chairs all the meetings in the local council. 2, he supervises and implements all government programs. Okay, supervises and implements all government programs. Oh my God, this is a bad chat. Anyango Desire, don't do that again. Anyango Desire, don't do that again. Pay attention and take notes. Pay attention and take notes. Don't waste time in chats. I say, and we are saying, the local council chairperson supervises and implements all government programs. So what do we mean by the word supervising? I know most of us are from primary 3. The word supervising means to move around to ensure that work is done well. I repeat, to supervise means to move around to make sure that all the work is well done. When you find the chairperson LC5 coming to your school, he is coming to supervise the civil servants like the teachers to see what they are doing and how they are doing, and to make sure that they do it well. Okay, you will not be chatting until I pose a question. Okay, if I've not posed a question, don't chat. The third point, we are going to look at the vice chairperson. This is a very special office to us children. I will explain to you why I'm saying that is a very special office. The chairperson of all the local council offices, I mean local council 1, local council 2, and continue up to 5. All the vice chairpersons in those local councils is the one responsible for children's affairs. If children's rights are violated, if children's rights are abused, the vice chairperson is the in charge. He is the one who makes sure that children's rights are not violated. Okay? The vice chairperson is the in charge of children's affairs. He also assists the chairperson in carrying out all his duties. Okay? Therefore, I said that He is the in charge of children's affairs. If children have got issues, they have abused children's rights. Like now in this COVID time, children are at home. The rights of children to education has been abused in one way or the other. The rights of children to medical care has been abused in one way or the other. The rights of children to information has been abused in one way or the other. So the vice chairperson is the one responsible for children's affairs in the district. So the general secretary, okay? The general secretary takes record, okay? He takes record of the minutes, the discussions, what has been discussed in all of these meetings that we are looking at. Remember, we said that the chairperson makes sure that he chairs meetings, the committee meetings, and also the council meetings. Now, who takes record of what is said in those meetings? That is the general secretary. The general secretary takes record of the minutes of the discussions that have been discussed in these meetings. So that is the role. He also keeps information on behalf of the council. If the council has agreed that all children should go to school, all school-going children should attend school, the secretary takes record of that statement, and then the vice chairperson follows up to make sure that all children really go to school. Next one, Secretary for Women Affairs. When we talk of people who are represented, groups of people who are represented in the local council, okay? Group of people who are represented in the local council. Because we have Secretary for Women, it means that women are represented in the local council, okay? So that is the person in charge for women. Let's look at, I know somebody will say, teacher, you're fast. No, this work will be put to you in your Google Classroom, and you'll be able to take notes, screenshot, then we move forward, okay? Okay. A screenshot cannot even take you 10 seconds to take. Just take a screenshot, then we continue. Okay, but a Google Class discussion will come in after this lesson. My coordinator will be able to put you into Google Classroom. Okay, so let's continue to look at other members. When you look at our screen for now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have discussed 4. Out of 10, this is what we are left with, okay? Secretary for people with disabilities, another group of people is here. Another group of people is here. I want to do that, okay? I want to do that. That is another group of people, people with disabilities. Remember this one we said the other group were women, okay? Another group of people are people with disabilities. So let's look at the role. Oh, women we have not yet looked at. Yes, we looked at that. Now this one, secretary for people with disabilities. Now these are the people who have got either, who are not able in one way or the other. Either the leg is not straight, or the arm is disabled, or the speech organs are disabled, or the head, the mind is disabled. Those people who are not physically able, we call them people with disabilities, the lame, the blind, the deaf. Those are examples, okay? So the Secretary for People with Disabilities organizes people with disabilities to get aid and improve on their welfare. Now, the word aid here means help. It means relief, okay? So the people with disability can get relief, can get helped. Now, may thank you, the dumb, those who cannot speak, okay? Such kind of people can get help, can get aid, can get assistance through the mobilization and the organization and the work of the Secretary for People with Disabilities. Okay, thank you, Joel. Well, so that is one of the members. Next one is Secretary for Finance. I know some people say they are finance. That's not the correct English pronunciation. We say finance. The Secretary for Finance. The Secretary for Finance makes sure that the resources are mobilized, okay? Resources are mobilized in the local council. He is the one who accounts at that local level, all right? He accounts at that local level. So this is responsible for all finances in this department, the Secretary for Finance. Okay, Secretary for Defense. This one is to ensure that law and order is observed in the local council. Okay, he makes sure, he ensures that law and order is observed in the local council. All right, those people who are chatting, let's continue. We have got Secretary for Production and Environment Protection. Secretary for Production and Environment. I'm not seeing the work. Oh, sorry. If you're not seeing this work, just turn if you're using a phone, turn it into what we call landscape. Turn it into what we call landscape. You will see the work clearly. But if you don't see the work, just wait. We shall post that work in our Google Classroom and you can be able to take notes and even do the activity. So the Secretary for Production makes sure that there is enough food in the village. That's number one. And then two, makes sure that the environment is protected. These people who cut the trees, his role is to stop such kind of activities. Those people who construct houses in wetland areas. The Secretary for Production and Environment Protection makes sure that all wetlands are protected, okay? So these are not the duties, these are offices, okay? These are offices. All right, so we have got the Secretary for Finance. Let's continue. The Secretary for Youth, okay? Now, this is another group of people. This is another group of people represented in the local council. That's another group of people represented in the local council. Remember, we talked of women, we have talked of people with disability, and we have talked of the youth. Those are three groups of people represented in the local council. Now, pay attention. Children do not have their representative. I repeat, we don't have secretary for children in the local council, okay? But children have got an office in the local council that takes care of them, that ensures that their rights are not abused, okay? So don't consider children as a group of people who are represented in the local council. No, children are not represented in the local council. Children just have an officer who is in charge of children's affairs in the local council. Okay, so somebody has said, I'm not seeing the duties. No, look at this, organizes people with. So now when you come to the secretary for the youth, we say organizes the youth for development, okay? The secretary for the youth organizes the youth for development. Chizito. Benjamin, I am trying to explain to you the roles, the duties of these people. I say Secretary for Finance makes sure that all finances are well organized, mobilized, and taken care of in the local council. Secretary for Defense makes sure that peace and security is observed in the local, in the villages. In other words, he is responsible for law and order in the villages or in the local council. All right? Primary 4, Secretary for Production. This one ensures that food is produced in the village or in the local council. He is the officer who makes sure that everyone has good food. If he gets to see that a certain homestead has lazy people, they are not participating in any form of farming, he is the one to go and take charge. Again, if he realizes that people are selling food cheaply during harvest, he's the one to stop such kind of activity and say, stop. We cannot sell food as fast as this. We cannot know the next season. Okay? So that kind of a person is the one responsible for production. Production of what? Production of food, production of other resources like human resource. He ensures that food is well produced in the area. Okay, I've seen another message here. I'm going to answer this person later. Okay. First, stop with that. Thank you. We will continue from there. Now, the issue of WhatsApp, you first leave it. You will be given a link later after the lesson. Okay. The Secretary for Production and Environment Protection ensures that environment is well protected. Okay. Benjamin says, understood. The youth, the Secretary for Youth mobilizes the youth for development. Is the one who ensures that the youth are engaged in activities that help them to make money. Okay? He is responsible of ensuring that all the youth are involved in the activities that will make them busy. Okay? All right. So those are the last one is Secretary for Information, Education, and Mobilization. Okay. So look at those. They are already their roles. There are very many roles. There is information. Let me underline that. There is information. So this person makes sure that the community gets the information. Okay. There is education. Make sure that the information that the community gets is educative. The information is educative. And then lastly, he also mobilizes the community. He mobilizes the community. So when they ask you to give roles, to give duties of this, please make sure you take one of it. Secretary for Information, Education, and Mobilization. You can say he or she makes sure that the community gets educative information. I repeat, Secretary for Information, Education, and Mobilization. He or she ensures that the community gets educative information. He or she mobilizes the community for development. Okay, those are the roles, because all these leaders work together to make sure that the community gets services. The community gets services through the effort, through the work of these leaders that we have in our communities. Okay, so let me now wrap this as we move forward. So if you're asked to give the roles of any of these, you pick up from its name. Secretary for Defense, that is law and order. Secretary for Finance, that is money issues, takes care of the money, okay, in the local council. Secretary for Youth mobilizes the youth for development. Secretary for Information, Development, mobilization, and all that, you mention each of the activity. Say, for example, Secretary for Information ensures that the information gets to the people. Secretary for Information, Education, and Mobilization ensures that educative information gets to people. Okay, let's continue. Okay, this is the roles, these are the roles of that, duties of the local council. Now, these are the general duties or functions of the local council. It is not the function of one of them, no. It is the function of the whole council as a team of leaders, okay? So when you look at the first one, you will find out that this is to all of them. The local council keeps law and order in the community. The role of the local council is to keep law and order in the community. The role of the local council is to make bylaws. And that's where we are going to start from. What are bylaws? Let me come to my participants. Ajangole Philomena, please unmute. Yes, Philomena. Aha, we have here the word bylaws. What are bylaws?
Bylaws.
Yes. No
Bylaws.
idea. Uh-huh.
I have an idea.
Give him that idea, baby.
I think bylaws is a thing that is supposed to be followed by laws.
In the local council. Yes. These are the things that you must follow in the local council. Okay? Let me give you these examples, class. I want to give you this example. There is no law that is written anywhere that during the dry season, you should tie your goats and don't let them stray. But why do we tie the goats during dry season, yet we don't have grass? Let me first get one person who can give me that answer. And the chicken, not only the what, let me get one person here. Keita Mulindwa, please unmute.
Yes, teacher.
Mulinda, which animals do you have at home?
Chicken.
Only?
Yes.
Now, do you leave them to stray around, to move around all everywhere?
What did you answer?
No.
Now, mommy, leave us to talk. Mommy again is asking, what did you answer? He has
I'm
answered
sorry,
correctly.
teacher.
He has answered correctly. Now, Mulindwa, why do you make sure that you keep those chicken in their house?
So they can't escape.
So that they cannot escape. Do you have flowers at home around the compound?
Yes.
If you leave the chicken, what will happen to the flowers?
They'll get destroyed.
They will get destroyed. Very good. Now, such kind of laws are not written in the Constitution. It is just the family that says, now in our home, we don't have to leave the chicken straying because they will destroy the flowers. In our home, we don't have to keep goats because we don't have space where they can get the grass. Now, such kind of laws are made and passed by the family. Okay? So we can call them bylaws because they are made and then passed. They are made and agreed by the family that let it be like that. In other words, when we come back now to our local council, okay, bylaws are these rules that are made and passed by the local council. They are not found, they are not the same in other communities, okay? You might find that in the community of Kampala, the bylaws are different from the community of Mbarara, from the community of, it depends on what the community wants to achieve, okay? If the community wants to achieve better education, the community will say, no girl will get married before the age of 25. So that community wants to achieve better education for girl child. So such kind of laws that are made by the community and they are agreed by all people and they pass it functioning, those are called bylaws. They are not found in the constitution of our country. They are intended to achieve a certain objective. If we want to get food in the dry season, they have to put in ropes all animals that can stray and destroy food during the dry season. So these bylaws are made to achieve a certain objective in an area. Okay, so let us continue and look at what we call bylaws. Those are other roles or duties of the local council. They speak on behalf of the people. We cannot all run to Kampala and say, we want what? We want our, how do you call it? Our kaunga. You cannot all go and start running. You want kaunga from Nabanja. No. We send what we call leaders. So they will speak on our behalf. That's why we say here, leaders speak on behalf of the people, okay? Leaders settle misunderstandings among people. Like these people who are chatting here. I think I should get a class leader for our class here. Fenia, Rebecca, you see, they are busy chatting when I'm explaining bylaws. Fenia, I will come home and just cane you, okay? So, we can now look at the problems faced by the local council. The first problem here is ignorance among the citizens, okay? If you have people who don't know, they will always remain behind. They can't get any information because they don't know, okay? Of recent, there has been a change in weather. There has been complete change in weather. The dry out, the long period without rains has occurred. and most people have lost food in the gardens. Maize has failed in the gardens. Now, the community should get this information from the Secretary for Information so that the little food that they have got can be preserved, can be kept for the future. So the local council makes sure that people get such information. But if people don't get such information, then it becomes a problem to the local council. Okay? Misuse of government funds. You know, these are words that people use, but this is theft. It is called corruption. It is called misuse, but in actual sense, it is theft. What belongs to everyone is picked by one person and he goes away with it. I hope these members that I'm teaching here in this class today will be children who will fear God, children who will not be misusing the government property. Okay? Corruption among some local leaders in the community that is taking on public resources. What is meant for people is picked up by one or two people. Those are the problems. Differences in political interest. Here we mean when it comes to the different political parties, you find that these people from this political party are not working together with the people of this political party. That affects the common people who are supposed to benefit. Okay? If we have different political parties that don't agree with one another in the community, then people will not benefit. People will not get any services from the government because there is no political understanding. Each political leader has his own different political interest, and that becomes very difficult. Okay, so I'm going to pose questions here as we look at the activity here. Okay, that is where we are going to interact now. Okay, let me come to my team now. I want to start with Deborah. Deborah, unmute and write for us that in full. LC in full. Deborah. Deborah, please. Oh, your network is not clear. Can you try it again?
Local council.
Very good. Thank you very much. We have got Austin. Austin, unmute and answer number 2. Yes, Austin. Hello, Austin.
Local council.
Number 2. Number 2. Austin, number 2.
Mention any 2 groups of people
represented in the local council executive. Yes?
Chairperson. Chairperson.
No, thank you. Austin, no, thank you. Travis. Yes, Travis. Travis. Okay, please. My admin, allow the chat to work now so that I can hear those responses there. Okay, Benjamin Chizito, the youth. Chimanya Shamima, the youth. Thank you. People with disabilities. This must not be a P4 child. How can you write people like that in your chat? Okay, fine, thank you. People with disabilities, thank you. One more. Children, no thank you, Cohen. Koche, no thank you. Koche, children are not represented there. Yes, women, very good. Women is correct. So we don't say the pregnant women, but we say women. not the pregnant women. All women, those who are pregnant, those who are not pregnant, they are all represented in the local council. Thank you very much. Okay, so let us look at the next number. Kandra. Kandra, give us the answer for number 3. Kandra. Unmute Kandra. Kandra. Kandra is not paying attention. Okay. Let me get to these people here. Yes, Kandra. Are you speaking to us?
Yes.
Yes, please. Answer number 3. Number
Elder
3.
people.
Number 3. Number 3. Oh, it has gone off. Okay, let me get to the chat. 10 members. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Christine, Ayebare. Good, very good. Okay. So this activity, you will get it in our assignment today. We will get this activity in the assignment today. Our time is bad, but I want just to move a little bit, one more step ahead, just one more step ahead. We will get this activity in our work, in our, okay. This is where I wanted to end before the time goes off. We will get that activity in our Google class. So the roles of the local council 5 chairperson, we have these roles here. I would like to ask quickly my friend here to summarize it. Then we will end. Edwin. Tako Edwin. Tako Edwin, please unmute. Tako Edwin. Yes, Tako Edwin, can you hear me?
Yes.
Tako Edwin?
Yes.
Yes, teacher. Tako Edwin?
Yes, teacher.
Very good. Read us through that. Read us through the roles of the local council 5 chairperson.
Okay. Roles of the local council 5 chairperson. Monitors development in a district.
Good. Faster.
Coordinates local government activities in a district.
Next.
Chairs district executive committee meetings.
Good boy.
Okay. Monitors the general administration of a district.
In a district. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. That has been our friend Tako. So let us look and let's get another one here. There are these ones who are here. Let me get them down here. Okay, Nicole. Nicole, you can now unmute. Nicole. Krista. Krista, Nicole, please unmute. Yes,
teacher.
Take us through the roles of the resident district commissioner.
Represents the president in the district.
Good.
Chairs the security communities in a district.
Committees.
Makes sure that
Government policies. Oh, we lost her. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're back. Finish it up.
I can't see the rest.
Okay, thank you. Technopop, now I cannot see you. You need to rename your gadget so that I can see you. Nicole Sanyu. Nicole Sanyu, can you see the rest?
Yes.
Nicole, now read for us the remaining ones. Make sure that
government policies are implemented.
Lastly,
Monitors the use of government money in the district.
thank you very much. Zawede, you are going to get a chance. And then John, you are going to get a chance in the next lesson of English language. John, please just get ready. We will be learning that. We will be hearing from you the next time we meet for English language. Even my friend Memora, let's listen to our teacher who is going to make us go through the Google Classroom. We have gone a little bit out of time because we started late. You know, we were disrupted by internet, but let's listen to the teacher who is going to take us through Google Classroom. Mr. Eric, you're welcome. 2K, don't leave us. Don't leave the class, 2K. We are still learning. Yes,
Okay,
Mr. Eric.
Thank you, Mr. Otim Solomon, for that lesson. I know most of us have